In the Western Pacific, a new partnership is emerging between the Philippines and Taiwan. Once separated by distance and differing priorities, these two island nations are now finding common ground in the face of shared challenges. Pressured by China's growing assertiveness, these two island nations are moving beyond quiet diplomacy to active cooperation. The stakes are high and the risks are real, as both countries face increasing pressure on their borders and in their waters. The Bashi Channel, a narrow but vital waterway, now links their destinies. What happens to one will affect the other. This strategic passage is not just a route for ships, but a lifeline for trade, security, and communication between the two nations. This alliance is a major shift in Southeast Asian politics, as smaller nations seek new ways to ensure their security amid great power rivalry. The region is watching closely, aware that the balance of power could tip with every new agreement or confrontation. Coast Guard patrols, secret meetings, and joint military drills are now part of their response to China's aggressive actions. These efforts are not just symbolic, they represent a real commitment to defending their sovereignty and supporting each other in times of crisis. Beijing's moves, from blocking Philippine ships to sending warplanes near Taiwan, have forced Manila and Taipei to prioritize security over old diplomatic rules. The sense of urgency is palpable, as both governments adapt to a rapidly changing environment. Their cooperation includes sharing intelligence, observing military exercises, and building operational trust. These steps are laying the groundwork for a partnership that could endure even greater challenges in the future. China sees this as a direct challenge, while the United States and other powers watch closely, knowing the stakes are global. The world's attention is fixed on this region, where the outcome could influence international relations for years to come. The decisions made today in Manila and Taipei could shape the future of peace and security for the entire region. Every negotiation, every policy shift, and every act of cooperation will echo far beyond their shores. This is more than a local issue. It's a defining chapter in Asia's 21st century story, one that will be remembered as a turning point in the struggle for stability and self-determination in the Pacific. Geography is destiny, especially in the Western Pacific, where the fates of neighboring countries are tightly intertwined by the sea and shifting tides of geopolitics. The Philippines and Taiwan are separated by less than 200 kilometers, a narrow stretch of water known as the Bashi Channel. This short distance means that what happens in one country can have immediate consequences for the other. Any conflict in Taiwan would quickly spill over to the Philippines, a fact recognized by both nations' leaders. Their shared vulnerability has become a catalyst for closer cooperation and dialogue. Over 160,000 Filipinos work in Taiwan, making their safety a top concern for Manila. These workers form a living bridge between the two societies, deepening people-to-people ties and economic interdependence. Taiwan also serves as a strategic buffer. If China controlled it, the Philippines would be far more vulnerable to military pressure. The island's security is directly linked to the Philippines' own national defense. Failed attempts at stable relations with China and recent aggression in the South China Sea have pushed Manila to seek new partners. The Philippines is now rethinking its alliances and looking for friends who share its concerns. Chinese Coast Guard ships have harassed Filipino vessels, showing that dialogue alone is not enough. These confrontations have made the risks of inaction painfully clear. Taiwan, facing similar threats and uncertainty, is the logical partner for a practical security alliance. Both countries are now exploring ways to coordinate their defense and share intelligence. This partnership is about survival, shared interests, and the need to protect their people and territory. It's also about building trust and resilience in the face of growing regional instability. The Philippines now sees Taiwan not just as a neighbor, but as a front line in its own defense. The stakes are higher than ever, and cooperation is no longer optional. Together, they are forging a new path in regional security, one built on mutual support, shared values, and the determination to shape their own future. The most visible sign of this new partnership is the joint Coast Guard patrols now regularly seen in the Bashi Channel, a stretch of water that has become a focal point for regional cooperation and security. This waterway is not only crucial for global trade, with thousands of cargo ships passing through each year, but it's also a potential flashpoint in any conflict involving the region's major powers. By patrolling together, the Philippines and Taiwan are sending a clear message to the world. They are united in defending this strategic area and are willing to stand side by side to protect their shared interests. These patrols are practical and effective. Officers from both countries share real-time information, coordinate their movements, and track any unusual ship activity in the channel. This close cooperation makes it much harder for threats, whether from smugglers, illegal fishers, or foreign vessels, to go unnoticed or unchallenged. For the Philippines, working with Taiwan's experienced Coast Guard extends their reach, strengthens their northern defenses, and provides valuable training for their own crews. This cooperation is bold and unprecedented, especially given Manila's official One China policy. But for both sides, security and stability now outweigh diplomatic caution. Joint patrols build trust, foster communication, and provide vital operational experience, preparing both nations to respond quickly and effectively to future crises. Training together at sea lays the groundwork for a stronger, more resilient partnership that can adapt to new challenges. This hands-on collaboration marks a shift from quiet diplomatic talks to real-world action, showing a new level of commitment. The Bashi Channel is now more than just a busy waterway. It's a symbol of their united front and a testament to the power of cooperation in a tense region. Beyond the sea, the alliance is deepening through high-level meetings and intelligence sharing. In a major policy shift, the Philippines lifted a ban on senior officials visiting Taiwan, opening the door to direct security talks. Filipino delegations now attend security summits in Taipei, discussing everything from military tactics to cyber threats. These closed-door meetings allow both sides to share hard-won experience and coordinate strategies against Chinese pressure. Intelligence sharing is now routine, with both countries exchanging information on naval movements, airspace incursions, and cyber threats. This cooperation gives them earlier warnings and more time to respond to potential dangers. Personal relationships and trust are being built, making the partnership more resilient. Despite diplomatic risks, Manila sees the benefits of a reliable security relationship with Taiwan. These talks are turning shared concerns into concrete plans. The alliance is moving from words to action. Military cooperation is growing, even if quietly. Taiwanese officers now observe major Philippine military exercises, especially in the Batanes Islands near Taiwan. Watching Filipino, American, and Japanese troops train with advanced weapons gives Taiwan valuable insights. This observe-and-learn approach builds understanding without crossing diplomatic red lines. The Philippines signals that Taiwan is part of its security picture, while also benefiting from allied training and technology. These exercises foster a network of friendly militaries, all preparing for similar threats. Step by step, practical cooperation and interoperability are being built. This method avoids formal treaties but creates real military readiness. Both sides are serious about defense collaboration, finding creative ways to work together. Quiet progress in training and observation is strengthening their defensive posture. The region is becoming a harder target for any aggressor. China has responded to this partnership with warnings and increased aggression. Beijing sees any cooperation with Taiwan as a threat to its sovereignty and has pressured Manila to back off. Chinese Coast Guard and militia have harassed Philippine vessels, using water cannons and ramming ships. At the same time, China has ramped up military activity around Taiwan, sending warplanes and ships to intimidate. Diplomatic accusations and cyber attacks have also increased, targeting Philippine networks. China's strategy is to isolate the Philippines and discourage others from following its example. Despite the pressure, Manila and Taipei are only growing closer. China's actions are backfiring, strengthening the resolve of both nations. The region remains tense, but the partnership endures. The Philippines-Taiwan partnership is backed by the United States and other allies. The U.S. has expanded its military presence in the Philippines, gaining access to new bases near Taiwan and the South China Sea. This allows for rapid deployment and sends a strong signal of commitment to regional security. Japan is also involved, conducting joint exercises with the Philippines and the U.S. These trilateral activities build a stronger integrated defense posture in the Western Pacific. The strategy, known as integrated deterrence, aims to present a united front against aggression. The Philippines-Taiwan alliance closes a strategic gap, linking U.S. alliances from Japan to Southeast Asia. Together, they form a seamless chain of security across the region. The Philippines knows it must strengthen itself, not just rely on partners. A $35 billion modernization program is transforming its military from internal security to territorial defense. New fighter jets, warships, and advanced technology are being acquired to patrol airspace and waters. Joint exercises with the US and Japan provide vital training on these new systems. Bases in strategic locations like Batanes and Palawan are being upgraded for rapid response. The goal is credible minimum defense, strong enough to deter any aggressor. This modernization signals Manila's commitment to sovereignty and self-reliance. While it can't match China's power, a modern, well-trained force raises the cost of any attack. Combined with alliances, this effort is central to the Philippines' new security strategy. The country is investing in its own future defense. The Philippines and Taiwan are redrawing Asia's security map. Their partnership is a practical response to shared threats, turning quiet friendship into active alliance. By monitoring vital waterways and deterring aggression, they contribute to regional stability and global trade. The path ahead is tough. China will keep up the pressure, and Manila must balance security with economic ties. Success depends on strong leadership, skilled diplomacy, and support from allies like the US and Japan. This is a story of resilience and the right of nations to choose their own path. The growing bond sends a message: cooperation and shared values can create real stability. In the troubled Western Pacific, this partnership is a beacon of hope. By working together, they show that a safer, more secure future is possible. The alliance between Manila and Taipei is shaping the destiny of the region.